Welcome back, everyone. Now, today we're going to be going over the June 20th, 2022 balancing patch list just dropped by Saber Interactive for the Evil Dead video game. Now, the reason we're going over this patch is because there's a lot of information that'll keep you being effective at either swallowing the souls of any survivors you run across or vanquishing any demon that may cross your path. So tuck in for the videos, folks. We've got a lot to cover.
Outsider with Ash and his friends, like the tag-along little sister.
Balancing patches
Scotty doesn't make it any easier teasing me all the time. I don't even know why Ash likes him.
Because they've already kind of
Ash
done
says
some
this will be
work on
a
her in
fun
previous
weekend,
patches.
but I don't know.
So, just
Stuck in
for
this
general
creepy old
patch
cabin
awareness,
for a weekend
so
with
100
this
stamina
group?
regeneration
I'll be glad when
has
it's
changed.
over.
So they've changed it from 35 stamina points per second to regenerating only 20 stamina points per second, which as a hunter, depending how you play, is really important because sometimes you're going to have to be a little less aggressive so you can make up that time difference. Something you might really want to consider if you main a hunter program. Next, the revive from bleed out rate was changed. Now, it's only a second increase, but honestly, in my opinion, and in some of the official Discord members' opinions, they changed it from 3 to 4 seconds. And I think, and quite a few of the Discord members think, that 3 seconds was already a bit of a clutch amount of time to be able to revive someone. So increasing it to 4 seconds adds an extra amount of damage that may not seem significant because after all it's only a second, but it's really going to play out onto how you have to plan for that revive and getting your other teammates to distract for you. Next, we have the stamina upgrade level 4. So that stamina upgrade cost has been reduced, so it's been changed from 50% to 40% of that particular stamina upgrade level. Now, boss headshot damage multiplier to Henrietta, that's been changed from 1.5 to 1.25 multiplier. Now for Elagos, it's changed from the same thing, 1.5 to 1.25. And Evil Ash as well, 1.5 to 1.25. So a little less damage coming from those headshots on bosses. Now getting down to just the character-specific patches or balancing, as they say. So Shelly's healing aura, whenever she's drinking Shem Cola, has been reduced. So instead of being at 6 meters, it's down to 5 meters, which again isn't a whole lot. But you're just going to kind of have to get used to being just a little bit closer to the rest of your team so you can really get that healing effect, especially now that her ultimate ability has been patched down in the first patch.
As an associate
professor,
professor,
now we're on
to be invited to join Professor Novi's expedition of Castle Kandor was the highlight of my career. I could never have imagined that it's also where I'd find the woman of my dreams.
The cooldown's been changed
from the moment I
60
saw
seconds
her,
to 90 seconds.
Professor's
so
daughter,
too crazy
Annie,
on that
took
one,
my breath away.
but definitely something you're
In
going to
that
have to
instant,
get used to, just
I
like
knew
with the
that I'd
Cheryl
follow
patch,
her
or trying to
into
figure
the
out
mouth
when's the
of
best
hell.
time to use that ability. Also, the Collector ability has increased the probability to find higher rarity loot boxes, guys, which is a really big one, something that was really needed because it seemed like his ability for that was almost useless, at least to me. So I'm really happy that that's something that they've actually put into the game.
I had a
guys,
real life
and next
once.
up we have Warrior
job,
Ash.
a car,
so his shield blast ability, his
Together.
damage explosion from that has been changed. So now instead of doing 30%, my bad. So now instead of doing 200 damage, he's only doing 125 damage. So again, not too crazy. His Warrior's Blast wasn't really meant to hurt enemies more than to get them away from you. Also, his Wise Man's Potion has been changed. So the duration changed from 30 seconds down to 25. So a 5-second change. Nothing too crazy. But the cooldown's also been changed by 20 seconds. So it was originally 80. It is now, my bad. It was originally 60. Now it's at 80 seconds. So that has been increased. And his damage reduction has been changed from 50% to 30% with that potion. Which isn't great. He's a 20% less tanky just off the gate, depending on how you have him built. But still, he's one of the best warriors that you can play, besides maybe Kelly. Alright guys, and then next we have Leader Ash. He also only has one change in this current patch, and that's his El Jefe ability. So that aura range bonus damage has been changed from 10% to 15%. So nothing crazy about that. His range was really massive to begin with. So nothing too terrible on that 5% reduction. So I think we're all going to be really happy and really good with that one. All right, y'all. And then we have Annie up next. So her howitzer ability has been changed. So the aura bonus range damage was changed from also 25% down to 10%. That's a pretty big drop. I'm not an Annie user. I've used her maybe once in the entire time since this game's released. But this is something you're gonna want to know if you are a main for her, and that ability is something that you use pretty often. So keep that in mind when you're going through and slaying all of them demons, y'all. Alright guys, so the next one is for a character that I don't have unlocked because I haven't done the mission yet. So I have his buddy old pal Henry the Red up on screen for us. Now, Lord Arthur, the Lord's Wrath, his melee bonus damage was also changed. So they reduced that by 10%. So now instead of 30%, it is only 20%. Now, I have been in a lot of matches with Arthur, and I know that that melee bonus damage comes in so handy, especially as a Cheryl main. So you definitely want to keep an eye out for that if you're either Lord Arthur or if you're playing with someone, and just know you're not going to be doing as much bonus damage as y'all were used to getting. Alright guys, and then the final kind of patch list for the survivors specific list is going to be Hunter Ash. So his Exorcist ability, his cooldown has been changed from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. And that infernal energy reduction that you get from that has been changed from 15% to 20%. So they actually did kind of boost that one, allowing you to take a little bit more of that infernal energy away from the demons. So that's something that's going to be super sweet, something that's going to help out a lot. Alright guys, and next we just have some general skills that have been balanced out. Now these ones, depending on how you have your build, are going to be really effective either to help you or to hinder how you used to play. So this is a really important section for your particular builds. So the last chance skill, so level 1 has been changed from 10% to 5%. Your level 2 has been changed from 15 to 10%, and your level 3 has changed from 20 to 15%. Now your level 4, that one is kind of the biggest reduction as percentage-wise. It's been gone from 30% down to 20%. So all the others were only a 5% reduction. This one is going to be a 10% reduction. So the last chance skill is something that, especially as a Cheryl build, I use quite often. So you really want to go to take that into advantage, either if you're a support character or if you're a character who kind of has to help out the support. So definitely something that you want to pay attention to. Now the deadly up close skill, that's also been changed, but only on level 2 and level 3 area. So the level 2 damage has been changed from 15% to 10% increase, and then the level 3 damage has changed from 25% to 20%. Now those aren't huge percentage wises, but when it comes down to doing 100 and something up close to taking 5% away and only being able to do like 80 damage or something, that's going to come into contact and into play with how you're going to build those melee builds out. So definitely something to watch out for you. And then staying power. This one isn't a huge one, guys. It was reduced quite a bit, but only at the level 3. So level 3 has been changed from 25% down to 15%. So another big one where this one's taking away 10%. However, the rest remain the same. And staying power honestly was a pretty powerful skill. So I think the reduction was kind of warranted for at least the level 3 level. Alright guys, and then next we have the general patch list for the Kandarian demons. This includes Puppeteer, Warlord, and Necromancer, my personal favorite. So the Infernal Energy regeneration has been changed from 15 points per second to 20 points per second, but only during the Necronomicon phase of the match. Something that's going to be really helpful when for some reason you start spawning a crap load of people and then you have to end up waiting for like 30 seconds to sometimes a minute, depending on what that regeneration speed is and what level you are, to spawn more troops. Now, the Skeletal Elite Arms health was changed. So they've changed it from 100 up to 200. Something that's going to be so nice as a Kandarian demon. It's going to be so sweet. So sweet. Mwah. Now, the Possession, particularly the level 5 skill, extra health of possessed units has been changed. So they've changed that from 40% up to 50%. which is sweet. I did think that some of the demons needed to be buffed a little bit. Now, of course, there's some demons like Elgoth, who I think started just crazy overpowered. So we'll see what they change with him this time. Now, possessed survivor headshot bonus multiplier to other survivors, of course, has been changed. So instead of 1.7, we're now at 1.2, which honestly I think is okay because there was some pretty hefty damage going on there, especially with the headshots. Possessed elite deadite health has been changed from 2,800 to 3,000. So you're going to have a little bit stronger elites, which honestly was needed because elites just felt like slightly stronger basic units. And the normal possessed elite or possessed berserker health has been changed from 1,300 to 1,500. Also a nice little boost there. Card possession maintain energy cost from 0.5 seconds to 0.3 seconds now. And the card possession energy costs themselves has been changed. They've actually reduced this, which I think is really nice because it took up way too much. So instead of 100 energy costs, it's now only at 60, which is pretty sweet. And then we have increased arms dismemberment resistance for the elite skeletons. Something that really was needed. I don't play as demon a whole lot, but especially with your skeletal soldiers, getting chopped to pieces happens so often and so easily, it almost felt like it was pointless to do anything else. Alright guys, and next we have the Warlord. So possessed deadite stun times have changed for this one. So basic units, they've changed from 1.5 seconds to 1 second. The elites have also changed from 1.5 to 1 second. And bosses have changed from 2 seconds down to 1.5 seconds, which is honestly really nice because bosses get stunned for too damn long. 2 seconds seems like a fucking eternity because they ruin half of your health. Now, possessed deadite balancing bar had changes as well. So basic units for the Warlord, theirs has been changed from 300 to 400. And then elites from 525 to 625, and then bosses from 800 to 900. Something that was really needed because I felt, especially when you're playing high-level characters, your balance bar doesn't mean crap. So it's really nice to see that they did that for the Warlord. Alright, next guys, we have the Puppeteer. So the possessed stun times for him has changed as well. So they've, for both elite and basics. So basics are going from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds of stun time. And then elites are going from 2.5 to 1.5 seconds of stun time. Now, the possessed deadite balance bars were also kind of changed for him. So the basics went from 230 to 330. And the elites went from 450 to 555 with their balance bars. Alright, y'all. And then finally, the final thing for this patch. You know him, you love him. Evil Ash, or the Necromancer, as they'll call him in this game. Now, his possessed deadite stun times have changed for all of his units. So him himself, basic, and elite members. So his basics have gone from 1.5 seconds of stun time to only 1. His elites from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. And he himself, thank you, because his stun time is ridiculous, went from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Something that's really great because he is a really good boss. But god damn, did his stun time really hurt playing as him. Now, his possessed deadite balanced bar has also been changed. So all of them have also gotten a nice little buff. His basics went from 350 of a balance bar to 400. His elites from 500 to 550. And then he himself got a lovely 100 point boost to his balance bar from 700 to 800. Something that I think was really needed because his balance bar was pretty small. It got chewed through really fast. So this is definitely a change that I love to see, and that I'm sure other necromancers will love as well. Alright guys, well there you have it, the entire June 20th, 2022 patch list, in depth, broken down character by character, skill by skill, and then all the lovely general facts that they put it in as well. So guys, really take in this information. You're going to want this so that way you can kind of change how you have your character build, your playstyle, so that, like I said, you can remain the most effective at bashing enemy skulls in and swallowing the souls of every survivor you run across. So until next time, guys, have a good one and stay groovy.
I've never felt this peaceful.